Hey guys, Evans here. I know Sean always cracks jokes on me by starting the videos with all bent over, but I'm pretty excited today. Make an omelet for my daughter because in our newsletter coming up, we're gonna have this recipe for Ostrim muscle leg omelet with some spinach in there. So we tested it out with some cheese. We tested it earlier in the week to make sure it tastes good, and my daughter wound up being there to taste test it. So last night she was like, "Make sure you bring home the ostrom and make me an omelet for breakfast." So I'm gonna do that. At the same time, I'm going to prep some egg white. Remember, I was talking about those quiches? I think it was yesterday. So I'm actually just gonna do that today while I'm cooking the rest of my breakfast and everything else. So here we go. I'll also talk about, something I think that's really common today in the fitness arena. So my oven's preheated at 400 degrees, just so you know. And then I have my muffins in. And I got one of the big ones. I think it has like I can make like 6 cups of egg whites out of this thing here. So it can really hold me over for a couple of days. Just kind of save a little bit of time. And when I'm not in the mood to eat, scrambled eggs, I can just do a muffin, and it's super easy. I just put a 1/4 cup in each hole. So it works out really good. You guys will see what it looks like when it comes out the oven. But what I wanted to talk about is like motion follows emotion. Emotion follows motion. So you do the activity sometimes when you don't feel like it, and eventually you will feel like it. It's kind of like smiling. If you don't feel like smiling, just smile a whole lot. Hold that smile for a little bit, and probably within 30 seconds, if you can hold it for a minute, you're going to want to smile. It actually becomes a little goofy in time. So what does that have to do with fitness and health is sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. All week, I probably did not feel like doing my workouts. I know today's only Wednesday, but I typically work out 4 days a week. And today's normally my day off from exercise. But Monday I didn't feel like doing it. Tuesday I didn't feel like doing it. And now this morning I woke up, I'm like, man, I'm in a groove. I feel good. I may just throw in a little bit of HIIT training in there, cause I feel real good about it. But on my nutrition side, I'm at that point where it's like, I don't feel like eating a whole lot. Last night I struggled to get all my food in, but I knew I had to get it in. So how do you manage that? A great way to manage that is by making your meals a lot more condensed. So when you're not in the mood, you still got to eat. Your body still needs the calories. Your metabolism does not run on your feelings. So, like for dinner, I just had scrambled eggs, and two mission wraps. And then I think I have it built into my meal plan for today. I have cheese and crackers as my dinner tonight. Just because from an appetite perspective, I just don't feel like, I have a huge appetite and things like that. So I'll just measure it, based on that. I still need the same amount of calories, the same amount of macronutrients, which is my protein, carbs, and fat. But, my meditation consistently, successful people do consistently what unsuccessful people do sporadically. So I have to make the decision that, hey, Evans, if you want to be successful at this thing here, you don't feel like it. And to me, I could have went to bed without eating my dinner or my evening snack. I wasn't really hungry at all. But I said, if you want to be successful, you're gonna have to put it down anyway. But then you just structure other things to supplement or to help you. So, like for my meals today, you'll see my breakfast is pretty simple. I finally get my whole eggs back, so I have like 3 eggs and half a cup of egg whites. But then my lunch, I'm gonna throw some soy sauce, some broccoli, and do like a little stir fry. I have some almonds. I'm gonna smash those up and throw those in there. Kind of give it a nice textural component with that. But then my lunch and my evening snack and my dinner tonight is gonna be cheese and crackers. It's gonna be super light, super easy, just because I don't have a big appetite today. And it could be because I'm losing weight. So sometimes in the weight loss process, your appetite increases. Another time it decreases, especially as you get lighter. So your metabolism first revs up and you feel like, man, I'm hungry all the time. And you feel like you need to eat a whole lot. And there's other times you lose 10 pounds or so. I didn't lose 10 pounds, but you lose 10 pounds or so, and your appetite's not there. And then, just the weather is hot outside. Sometimes people just don't want to eat as much in the summertime or when it's really hot as they do, other times when it's, colder or whatever it is. So I don't know what it is. I just know I need to up my hydration some more, because I've kind of been failing on that, and make the other adjustments. But as long as I'm still getting my macros in, I'm eating all the food I need to eat, I'm getting my veggies, I'll be just fine. So just so you guys can see what this looks like, so we just poured all that out, put it in the oven for 15 minutes. So the time it takes for me to make the rest of my breakfast, my prep is done, and this will cover all my egg whites needs for the next couple of days, which is really, really cool. So that's going. I'm gonna spray this pan here, and the Ostrims, just so you see what those look like, they're pretty cool. Dr. Wilson, as well as our nutritionist, Krista Hurley, the ones who kind of put us onto this. But Ostrim, they're it's like a beef Ostrim stick. They come in a ton of different flavors. The natural, the barbecue, the habanero is one I grabbed for my daughter. She likes a little bit of spice in there. So, but it tastes really, really good. So each stick does about 14 grams of protein. It's pretty low in fats. I think it only has, this one has 2.5 grams of fat in there and 2 grams of carbs. So super, super low. But I'll just slice those up into these small slices. And then I think I made this as a meal or somehow. Oh, last time I did it, I made the slices too big, and I didn't preheat the ostrich. So, but now I'll just let that cook. I thought the fire was on, and then while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get my lunch to going. So I have peppers and spinach, and peppers, spinach, and broccoli in my lunch. What's really cool with peppers, though, you just use the tip of the knife and pull right through, and it cuts right through. You can't even see that. And it cuts right through the pepper. So good stuff there. So I get all this stuff kind of ready, therefore I can use that pan. I have the spinach already done for my daughter. And you don't want to overcook spinach because it will burn in the pan. This is going to be my omelet plan over here, and this is going to be my lunch here, and then I'll cook my breakfast last. One big thing is, I think I talked about it before, but a lot of people don't pay attention to taking their medication. I remember I had a client before, I forget a client, I had me, where I was taking my thyroid medication for underacting thyroid, and I didn't realize you were supposed to not eat for 30 minutes prior to or after taking your medication. And what happens is the calcium binds with the medication and it becomes none effect. So it's really important that you do pay attention to those kind of things. If something says, hey, take it 30 minutes before, there's probably a reason why it gives you that instruction. So anyway, let me throw the broccoli in first. And I love it. I go right to Produce Junction. You can get these big bags of broccoli for like $2. So, it's just amazing to me how they do what they do. But I'm ready. I could probably eat now, even though I actually still feel full from last night. And some of that's the time that you eat at night. If you eat late at night or before you go to bed, then you're going to be full in the morning typically. But if you eat about 2 hours, 3 hours before you go to bed, you're probably going to be hungry in the morning, while you sleep. So this is really important. It's this concept of rest. There's a lot of things that impact your metabolism, and rest is really, really important to do that. So if sometimes you're not getting the goals that you want to get and you're doing all the activity, if you're not resting, your body's not recovering. And your weight loss, just like children go through the growth spurt in the summer, it's all because of rest. So it's really important that you get the adequate amount of rest in order to recover well. Basically, your parasympathetic nervous system does all the recovery work, and while you're sleeping, it recovers. It repairs cells, it fixes damage that you went through during the course of the day, and that all costs calories. so your metabolism revs up a little bit while you're sleeping, and that allows you for, it smells so good, these Ostrims. It allows you to, you know, to be a little lighter in the morning. So if you weigh yourself right before you go to bed, and then you weigh yourself when you wake up, you're typically lighter, and you're like, I didn't even do anything extra. That's what it was, is that you slept. So really, really important to get your rest in. But I was saying, if you eat a couple hours before you sleep, then you normally wake up and you should be a little hungry. You know, our nutritionist always says, if you wake up and you're hungry, eat as soon as you can, because it means that your body's saying, hey, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to kickstart my metabolism. So that is Ostrims are already kind of how you say, done. So now it's just her egg whites for her omelet. Now she typically like eggs, but she asked me to give regular eggs, but she asked for the same way I did it. So that's what she's gonna get, the egg whites in here. Just because the way eggs cook, I'm just gonna wipe down this pan so I can get a nice even, you know, cook, and I don't get any of these like dark marks on her eggs. The chicken is like, man, I'm almost done with this stuff already. So I'll give her about half a cup. And we need cheese. There's a light coat there, just to make sure all is well. Oh, this is beautiful. That's the sound of music right there. Then from the inside, you know, you can throw in all these goodies. Add her cheese. Also, when you're cooking your broccoli and stuff, you know when your vegetables start getting to, or you're beginning to get there, because it gets you this nice, beautiful green in there, versus like this one here, still a little dull. Now, I don't know if you guys can see the difference in there, but it makes a big difference on your palate. And it doesn't have that like weird taste, you know, to it. So, oh, how beautiful is this? This is like my omelet pan, the big one, it seems like. So I was talking to my coach, and one of the things she recommended is that I do like a go live from the Senior Fit page at a set time, so probably around noon or something like that. I'll announce it and everything, so I'll go live. I'll do answer questions, so you can type in questions and things like that. But here's her omelet, cheese, some spinach, and some Ostrim in there, which is really cool. Just so you kind of get an idea from a protein or standpoint or caloric standpoint. That omelet with half a cup of egg whites in there was that was like 15 grams of protein, plus the half of the Ostrim was another 7. So it's only about 20-something grams of protein in that meal, which is really, really cool. So, you know, you figure that when you add that plus the vegetables, she'll probably eat some fruit on top. It's only, just without anything extra, that's about 100 calories. So very small caloric load with that. And then when she adds her carbs to it, whatever fruit she adds, then it's going to get up to probably 150 to 200 calories meal, which is a great sized meal. So I'm going to throw my peppers in with my broccoli, because the broccoli's almost done. And then now we're going to have some fun with my food, because this is going to turn into a beautiful stir fry. This right here, oh, we have the raw material for a really good stir fry. What I have to do, one of my most important things I do every single time I make my muffins is set my timer, so now I'm at the eyeball it. Looks like it's about 5 more minutes. in there. But normally I set my timer so I don't have to think about it. I do cook with a timer. I absolutely love it. So I have this in here. So to get my chicken stir fried, I'm gonna throw a little bit of a little bit of soy sauce, a low sodium soy sauce. To cut that, I'm gonna add a little bit of black rice vinegar. And one of my favorite secret ingredients is this Walden Farms pancake syrup. And some chili garlic sauce. This stuff is super, super delicious. I like my food spicy, so this is actually going to help me like open up my appetite. I mean, if you eat the things you like to eat, it's easier to eat, if that makes any sense. So while that's doing a nice little stir fry deal, it gives you a little sweet and spicy component. And I'm going to chop up my chicken and get that going. So where's my food scale? Dun dun dun. I'm a creature of habit. My food scale is always here. Oh. Whew. That was rough. So there's 6.5 ounces of chicken. How much do you think this is? 6 ounces, maybe? 5.6. 7.1. It's just amazing to me. 6.3. Close enough. This pan is super hot because all my my sauces have reduced. So I'm going to put it to low and then throw the chicken in there. Now we're almost done. I can get some more peppers, so I'm gonna get that going, and then I'm gonna fry my whole eggs for my breakfast, and then we're good to go. So good stuff there. So feel free always, like as you're on here, if you want to ask me a question about something, you know, I definitely like conversations more than monologue. I think it's just a little bit more valuable along that journey. And I won't lose a finger reading your comments as well. So, this is going to be so good. And it's like perfect for my lunch too. So just so you guys can see what this is looking like right now. Again, remember my chicken's already cooked, so that's the reason why I can throw it in just at the end, because I don't want to overcook my chicken. That's like the worst. I felt like I did that yesterday with my my quesadillas, and I didn't have any sauce at work. Well, I didn't want to open another bottle because I had my barbecue sauce here at home, and it was rough trying to finish it. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. So it's coming out really, really nice actually. Alright, so let's get my eggs going. I'm so looking forward to these eggs. Speaking of eggs, let's take these out the oven. Let's see what they look like. So you guys can check it out with me. Oh, beautiful, for specious life. Don't get me singing. Nice. I'm just doing this little finger test because I didn't put my timer in as usual, but normally it's 15 minutes and they are done. So that's all done, ready to go. So we all have time, you know, just, you know, taking the time. to do the things that are important, and you'd be good to go. Since my oven is hot, I'm going to turn it off and throw my wraps in there that I have for my breakfast. So I'll just throw it in right on the grill, nice and hot. Oops, wrong direction. Right in there, nice and warm, and then I'll just let that rock and roll. Cool deal. So now let's get this egg popping. So I get 3 eggs, pretty excited about it. Eggs are one of my favorite foods to eat. Now, eggs take no time to cook, as you see, and also you can see that I don't even have the heat, the thing on. It's just hot from cooking everything earlier, so no big deal on that there. I'm gonna flip them real quick. Did I flip the screen? There we go. So I'm gonna flip them real quick and then we'll be good to go. Add a little bit of salt and black pepper, and life is good. But the key with cooking eggs is proper temperature of your pan. If your pan is too hot, it's gonna burn them really fast, and if it's not hot enough, it's gonna take forever to get it there. The only thing I add to my eggs is a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. I think I was supposed to have broccoli. I think I put all my spinach, all my thing in there. So let's give me a little bit of spinach to eat my breakfast with, because I love spinach. This broccoli goes back. You might need for any more broccoli. Yeah, so as you see, cooking healthy can be really simple to do. Beautiful. These eggs are done already. Look at that. That's even without turning the fire on. Done. So let's throw some spinach in there just because I like the spinach. And I gotta take my wrap out. So just gonna add just a nice little flavor profile to my wrap. So with this, I don't want to cook it all the way down. I just want to sweat them down a little bit. And got a nice toasty. Look at the color. You can see the bubbles, nice and toasty. Wrap. I should put on there a little hot, Well, this is done now, and I just pack this up, and we're good to go for lunch. This is one of my favorite containers. I got it with my lunchbox. I have the FitMart Shield lunchboxes. They hold like 3 or 4 different meals. Actually, 4 to 5 meals. The ones I have is the big one. Did you bake the mussel eggs? Yep, 400 degrees for 15 minutes, and that's how those were done. But I love it because it holds a ton of food. Like this whole thing here is gonna fit in this thing here, which is really, really cool. Man, the color in this thing is so beautiful. We eat with our eyes, so it gotta look good too, you know what I mean? It tastes good, but I love having some color in my grub. And today, big shout out to Falcassen. Today we're going to be doing a lunch and learn at Falcassen. They're an accounting firm. Actually, my accountant is one of the partners there, Tammy Ordway. And but we'll be at their place today doing a lunch and learn, just talking about tips to be healthy for busy professionals. We're going to give them a 10-minute workout that anybody can do at any fitness level, and then do a Q&A session. So that's something we are doing for free as well, just a way to give back to the community, these lunch and learns. But that's going to be a lot of fun. So look out for that. But there's something we're going to be doing. But see, all that fits in this container here as well. So really cool. The time it took for me to do that. My spinach is almost done. I just put that with my egg and my egg whites, and my meals are done. Again, dinner's cheese and crackers. Don't have a big appetite, so I'm not going to force myself to eat, this gigantic, all this amount of food. I wish if I had some beef, I just didn't go grocery shopping for it. I probably would have an appetite because I can always eat beef. But since I don't, I'm just going to kind of keep it simple. I have a mixer tonight, so I'm going to be socializing a bunch. And sometimes you just don't get in all the food you need to do for those kind of things. So, good stuff. It was great cooking with you guys this morning. I'm just going to clean up as usual, and then I look forward to talking to you soon. Evans, just seeing you fit. Bye-bye.